I'm Deborah Sanders, and I'm coming to you live from the virtual world of Full Sail University. I'm here to discuss my action research as it unfolded for me this past year. As educational goals change according to new social needs, and so do the strategies for integrating technology into teaching and learning. I see a problem in the methods and strategies that many teachers use to educate the youth of today. Many research strategists have also already addressed this problem, and I attempted to add my insight to the discussion through my action research. Professionals have their own interpretation, appreciation, and application to instruct their students. This action research provides an online option for educators to obtain professional development. Let's start where it all began. Here at Full Sail University. Initially, my action research was based on implementing Web 2.0 tools with my current preschool students. Due to the adverse challenges this course of action presented, I was forced to change the environment for my research. That's when I decided to focus on the online option for professional development for educators. Then it was brought to my attention retention rates for learning and the term andragogy, a term used to define adult learning. It has to be an experience and personal interest. It has to be life-centered and a need to be responsible for and direct their own learning. And of course, adults have that readiness to learn. Before beginning this process, I had to choose a group of dedicated critical friends who were well versed on significant issues regarding our educational plight. Their backgrounds covered a wide variety of training. I trusted in their opinion and their suggestions and ideas to my approach to the learning environment. I wanted them to be reflective, honest, challenging, and most of all, their opinions to be a teachable moment through time. As mentioned in my literature review, my participants were involved in the process of creating their e-boards and showing interest in using the tool because it allowed them to incorporate it into many aspects of their teaching. Their exit interviews demonstrated positive reflections on how technology helped them improve in their profession. In addition, the Cycle 2 substantiated the literature. Diminishing school budgets and professional concerns added to the lack of motivation. Also, the professional stress factor contributed to the low responses received within Cycle 2. This experiment began with phone calls made to get the feel of what my future participants were doing in their classrooms. Let's get ready for eBoard, a really cool tool for teachers across the nation. You wonder why? It's easy and fast. Just take a look. Increased communication, set up by your district, then from your principal, now guidance office, and technology office. Just add a link or photos. eBoard homepage. Participants' access to their eBoard training was a simple process. They had to log on to the Irvington District site. On the right of the page, under Parents link, click on the eBoard directory, locate the school in which I work, then locate my name, and the eBoard site webpage that I have set up for my students was readily available. I created an online option link where the training was held at. The participants had to go to the eBoard training, type in the passcode, submit, and their training appeared weekly from the training, they were able to, and week 6 was a review plus extra information that they could look up and get further training on. They closed a note at the end, and same process went for the cycle 2 for PLC training. Ms. Davis, could you tell me, while you were setting up, using the online option for professional development, as you were planning your e-board and taking the weekly lessons, did you have a problem with them?
No, I did not. The instructions for the setup of the e-board was very easy. Thank you.
I appreciate the fact that it was easy for you. So, could you tell me how you use e-board in the classroom?
Sure. I use it to write the homework down for those students who do have computers at home. If they feel that they've made a mistake in writing down their homework, they can always refer to the e-board where I write the homework down so they know that they have the correct information to come to school the next day.
Hi, Mr. Maletich. I want to thank you for being a part of my action research for professional development online, the online option for professional development. I'd like to know from you, while setting up your e-board, can you tell me, was it difficult, or were you able to follow directions with ease? And how much were you able to do with your e-board in your classroom?
Okay, setting up the e-board was very easy. At this point, I kept it very simple for the classroom. It's basically a welcoming page, what's going to be on the e-board, homework, and a monthly calendar with special events highlighted.
Great. Do you think you'll get into using it any deeper with your classroom, as far as with lessons or contacting parents?
Very possible. I would like to contact more parents through the e-board, but parents not having computers is a problem. And next year, when e-boards are supposedly more mandatory, I'm sure I'll be using it much more.
For cycle 2, my goal was for each one to teach one. So that's why we put together these personal learning communities. And in your personal learning community, you're supposed to share with your colleagues some of the web tools or sites that you found that would help or assist in teaching in the classroom.
I guess you could call me selfish, but the truth of the matter is I wanted to make sure that my students were well prepared for a test that would be used to evaluate us as a teacher. And even though I did receive your numerous emails and phone calls, and because you were not evaluating me, I had to make a conscious decision as to what was most important.
Participant 1.
Yes.
While working with the online option for professional development, can you tell me?
Like it was basic 1, 2, 3 steps type of instructions, but it's not a complicated system. The more you try to navigate it and I guess explore it, the easier it becomes. It's not really a complicated construct at all.
Good. Tell me this. What are you using after you've set up your e-board? Now, what are you using e-board for in the classroom?
Oh, that's a good question. I use e-board for everything. Communication with parents. I use e-board to communicate with the kids. I set up a blog where I would upload. I would cut and paste articles.
It is time for educators to recognize the need to focus on integrating technology as an instructional tool within the classroom curriculum. Appropriate training in the use of technology should be provided via the use of the online professional development for all academic subjects. I will now entertain questions from the press.